Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my responsibility. Sorry for that mix-up. I connected on my laptop with the Small Bhagavatam link, so it conflicts each other, and one of them knocked off. So instead of logging on my laptop with the Bhakti Sastri, so I logged in with the Bhagavatam link. So that was why it causes the. Sorry for that. We can start.
Okay. Jai Radha Madhava Sundari Jai Radha Madhava Sundari Jaya Radha Yashoda Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Jayam Vishnupat Paramahansa Parivajigacharya Stutra Rasita Susimadi English ISKCON Pandacharya Jagat Guru Sesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jayam Vishnupat Paramahansa Parivajigacharya Stutra Rasita Susimadi English Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ananda Guru Vaishnava Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Jai Praise to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Advaita Tadada Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyam Radakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi Oh glorious assembly Oh glorious assembly Oh glorious assembly Oh glorious Sri Sri Guru Sri Gauranga Om Vishnu Pada Krishna Vichar Parasmati Varachita Shanti Sri Gaura Karana Shakti Varachita Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaya Narottamam Divim Saraswati Vyasam Tatu Jayam Dhira Nasta Praisha Badrisa Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Jnana Tirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuramilisam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Sapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dapati Swapadam Chikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vikantam Sativam Sadvitam Savadutam Savijana Sapitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Radhan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopi Sagopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapakanchana Gurangi Adi Vrindavandishwari Vrisavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Bonchakal Pataru Vyascha Kripa Sundivya Vacha Patitanam Pavebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
To continue our discussion from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10. Departure of Lord Krishna to Dwarka. We'll continue from text 27. It is still within from 21 to 36 is a prayers to the ladies of Hastinapur. And Krishna depart for Dwarka. So the ladies are still offering their prayers. Aho Bhatta Shwaran Yasasastiraskari Usasali Punyasas Yasaskari Bhuva Pashanti Nityam Jan Anugrahe Sitam Smita Balokam Swapatim Smayat Raja. Undoubtedly, it is wonderful that Dwarka has defeated the glories of the heavenly planets and has enhanced the celebrity of the earth. The inhabitants of Dwarka are always seeing the soul of all living beings, Krishna, in his loving feature. He glances at them and favors them with sweet smiles. Yes. It is the Prabhupada said three places, namely Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka, are more important than the famous planet within the universe. These places are perpetually sanctified because whenever the Lord descends on earth, he displays his transcendental activities, particularly in these three places. So they are perpetually the holy lands of the Lord, and the inhabitants still take advantage of the holy places, even though the Lord is now out of their sight. So Vaikuntha is a spiritual word. Yet, it is said that superior to Vaikuntha, is Mathura. Why? Krishna appeared there. And Krishna performed his most wonderful and the sweetest pastimes. Better than Vrindavan is Govardhan, because at Govardhan, there are beautiful, beautiful caves. Beautiful caves. For Krishna and the gopis pastimes, sweet pastimes, conjugal pastimes, are performed in the caves of Govardhan. And Govardhan has wonderful, wonderful activities for Krishna. It's a wonderful place for Krishna's activities. And then superior to Govardhan is Radhakund, Shyamakund at the base of Govardhan. Because Srimati Rani is the best. And Hakund is at the same, is all the same nature, the best. Because they, Srimati Rani completely satisfied Lord Krishna to the extreme. So Krishna have pastimes in these three places. Dwaraka. Dwaraka is Purna, complete. Mathura is Purnata, more complete. And Vrindavan is Purnatama, the most complete. The most. So Rabbi Bamanga Thakura said, although Lord Krishna, you have Lakshmi Devi as your favorable queen. Lord Brahma, Lord and Pradyumna, Lord Pradyumna, these are wonderful songs. The demigods are your servants who are always ready to carry out your orders. With all the universe all put together. But with all these things, your Vrindavan is superior to all. Because it is in Vrindavan that Krishna enjoys himself. Krishna enjoys himself fully. So the person performing Vrindavan cannot be compared to any person of Krishna anywhere. So it is the best. Because it is the best, I often mention it. Dwaraka is certainly more important than the heavenly planet because whoever has been favored with the smiling glance of the Lord shall never come back again to this rotten earth, which is certified by the Lord himself as a place of misery. Not only this earth, but also all the planets of the universes are places of misery, because in none of the planets within the universe is there eternal life, eternal bliss, and eternal knowledge. Any person engaged in the devotional service of the Lord is recommended to live in one of the above mentioned three places, namely Dwaraka, Mathura, or Vrindavan. Because devotional service in these three places is magnified. Those who go there to follow the principles in terms of instructions imparted in the revealed scripture surely achieve the same result as obtained during the presence of Lord Sri Krishna. Vrindavan. Even though Krishna is not physically there, if one lives in Vrindavan, you get more than when Krishna is physically present. That's the nature of Vrindavan. The nature of Vrindavan is that it is super excellent. That if one lives there, Krishna don't need to be present in Vrindavan. The Vrindavan itself is already sufficient to give one Krishna prema. You will hear when you get to 10th canto, you will hear. Now in first canto, but when you get to the 10th canto, you will hear. Lord Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan. When Uddhava got to Vrindavan, Lord Krishna was in Dwaraka. But when Uddhava got to Vrindavan, he forgot Krishna. Why he forgot Krishna? Uddhava was blessed by the prema of the gopis. The prema of the gopis made Uddhava forgot. He was sent by Krishna. But he forgot that Krishna sent him a message due to the prema of the gopis. Uddhava forgot. That is the nature of Vrindavan. So Prabhupada is saying, because devotional service in these three places is magnified, those who go there to follow the principles in terms of instructions imparted in the revealed scripture surely achieve the same result as obtained in the presence of Sri Krishna. His abode and he himself identical. And a pure devotee under the guidance of another experienced devotee can obtain all the results even at the present. So Vrindavan is still Vrindavan. You can go there and achieve all the blessings. All the blessings. All the blessings. So this is the nature of the divine blessing of Krishna lived eternally. Krishna lived eternally in these places and performed his eternal persons. Krishna is eternal. His abode is eternal. His activities are eternal. His name is eternal. His form is eternal. His glories are external. All the paraphernalia of Krishna, they are all eternal. He is the chief eternal, the maintainer of all eternals, and the temporal material. That is Krishna's nature. So the ladies in Hastinapura, they are glorifying the holy places of Krishna. They are glorifying the holy places of Krishna. So the ladies continue. They continue. Text 28. Oh, friends, just think of his wife, whose hands he has accepted. How they must have undergone vows, births, fire sacrifices, and perfect worship of the Lord, of the universe, to constantly relish now the nectar from his lips by kissing. The damsels of Rajabhumi will often faint just by expecting such favors. The attention is now diverted towards the queens of Krishna. The queens of Krishna. The attention now is diverted to queens of Krishna. They are systematically taking us from step to step. They glorify the land, the abode, the devotees, and they're talking about Krishna's queens. Krishna accepted them as his wife, as his wives. And as a wife, Krishna has intimate dealings with all of them. Very, very intimate dealings. Attainment of this stage of pure spiritual life is the highest perfection. And this stage is called Swarupa, or the factual identity of the living being. Liberation means renovation of this stage of Swarupa. In that perfect stage of Swarupa, the living being is established in 5 phases of loving service, one of which is the stage of Dhira, or the humor of conjugal love. The Lord is always perfect in himself, and thus he has no hankering for himself. He, however, becomes a master, a friend, a son, or a husband to fulfill the intense love of the devotee on sin. Herein, 2 classes of devotees of the Lord are mentioned in the stage of conjugal love. One is Swakiya. Swakiya are married queens. They are directly the wives. Swakiya are married. The queens of Dwarka were Swakiya, for duly married wives. But the damsels of Braja were young girls of the Lord, young friends of the Lord, while he was unmarried. The Lord stayed at Vrindavan till the age of 16. Some other acharyas said Krishna left Vrindavan at the age of 11. The Prabhupada says here 16. It is not a contradiction. It is not a contradiction. It is perfect. The Prabhupada said, the Lord stayed at Vrindavan till the age of 16. And his friendly relations with the neighboring girls were in terms of parakia. Parakia means girlfriend, not married. The paramour. These girls, as well as the queens, underwent severe penances by taking vows, breathing, and offering sacrifices in the fire, as prescribed in the scriptures. Therefore, they became qualified to associate with Krishna as Krishna's wife, Swakiya, or Krishna's girlfriend, Parakiya. Parakiya is sweeter. Parakiya is sweeter, is supremely sweet. Even in a mundane world, in a mundane world, you see that it is sweeter. What about on the stage where it is natural and the perfect stage, even in the mundane world? Swakiya is not as sweet as Parakiya relationship. Do you not? You say with a wife after some years, how you feel? These old things. You know, yeah, it's stale. Marriage is sweet only for the first one year. For 1 year, it's sweet, very sweet. 1 year. After 1 year, the mood is not the same again. It's different. After 1 year, everything changed. All of you are married, you can testify to that. You can testify. Some people are not even it's not up to 1 year. they will it's a different thing altogether. It becomes a prisoner, no more enjoyment, it's a prison. If he's struggling, it becomes a struggle, no more enjoyment. What we're expecting, it will disappear. After 1 year, it will disappear. But parakia is paramore. Paramore lovers is very sweet, very, very sweet. Especially when the lady is married to somebody and she's hiding to meet the girlfriend, the boyfriend or girlfriend. Very, very, very sweet. When they're expecting a girlfriend, it's very sweet. Very sweet. That is on the mundane level, it is superior. What on the transcendental level? That is the best, and that is the real thing. Therefore, Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is what? The supreme enjoyer, arranged in such a way that he will show us what is supreme enjoyment. So he has married wives. He also has girlfriends who are not married. So Lord Krishna exhibited everything. Why? He is the original and we are the imitators. So we get disturbed and suffer, but he never get disturbed and suffer because he's original and everything he did is all original and transcendental. If you imitate somebody, you will suffer because you are an imposter and you don't enjoy it. You are always afraid because, for example, if you are pretending to be a doctor, if you are imitating a doctor, you will not practice nicely because you don't know the profession, you don't know it. So you are very, very dangerous for whoever comes to you as a patient. It's dangerous. So we are living a very dangerous life by having married or girlfriend relations in the material world. But see, Krishna's girlfriend was very sweet, and Krishna, you see, they are never tired of each other. Never tired of each other. We are tired of each other. We are tired of each other. But Krishna and the gopis, they are never tired of each other. Even when Krishna would do something very, very bad to the gopis, their love will increase. So our Acharya said that is when you know what is pure love. Pure love is never affected by anything. Even when there is a chance to get separated, they will not go separated. Rather, their relationship will increase. Their enjoyment will intensify. A definition of pure love. Opposite of that is very, very stale. Very, very stale, hackneyed, and disturbing. So it is in the material world, you see people begins as friends, as lovers. How do they end? As enemies. The beginning is friendship, the beginning is love, but the end is enemy and hatred. No love, it is hatred. That's the end. But you never see that with Krishna and the gopis. You never see that. You never see that. In Dwaraka, when you see the 10th canto, when Krishna will get up from bed at 3 o'clock, the wife will complain. We just lie down now. Where are you going? Why do they say that? Because they're sweet, very, very sweet. Very sweet. We don't feel like that with our wives or with our girlfriend. We don't feel like that. It's all painful, all pain, very, very painful. But with Krishna and the queens or the girlfriends, very, very sweet. The wives of Krishna always complain every day. Krishna, we just lie down now. They don't know that they have been lying down for many hours. And now the day is breaking. So Krishna would never be late. Krishna will not be late. Krishna will get up. Immediately the cock will crow. Krishna will get up and start to perform his duties. Perfectly, expertly, joyfully. But for us, when the day break, another struggle. Another struggle. Oh, I wish the night the night continued to last forever. But the night will not last forever because it's not a spiritual world. The spiritual world, everything is eternal. Therefore, enjoyment is eternal. The blissful situation is eternal. Yes. The kissing of the Lord, either by his wives or his young girlfriends, who aspired to have the Lord as their fiancé, is not of any mundane perverted quality. Had such things been mundane, a liberated soul like Sukadev Goswami would not have taken the trouble to relish them, nor would Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have been inclined to participate in those subjects after renouncing worldly life. The state is end after many lives of penance. Yes. After many, Bahunam Janmanam Te, Janamam Papajante, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Sa Mahatma, Bahu Janma. After many births of cultivating, like the queens, they practice severe austerity to get Lord Krishna as their husband. And the damsels of Vrindavan, they worship Katyayani and prayed to the Lord Krishna, the son of Maharaj, should become our friend. Krishna fulfilled their desires. At the completion of their vows, Krishna responded and fulfilled their desires in completeness. The ladies continue. The children of these ladies are Pradyumna, Samba, Amba, etc. Ladies like Rukmini, Satyabhama, and Jamavati were forcibly taken away by him from their Swayambara ceremonies after he defeated many powerful kings headed by Shishupala. And other ladies were also forcibly taken away by him after he killed Bhaumasura and thousands of his assistants. All of these ladies are glorious. Yes. Bhaumasura kidnapped beautiful young girls. He was so sinful, although he is the son of Lord Krishna. Because of bad association, he became a demon, Bhaumasura. That is how powerful association is. He is a son of Krishna and he was trained by Lord Krishna personally, but because of bad association, he became a demon and Krishna killed him. Krishna did not spare his life. Krishna killed him. And then brought out, he killed all his numerous soldiers. Krishna killed all of them. And then Krishna also went to Jarasandha, Shishupala. Killed all of them. Some Krishna killed personally. Some were killed by Krishna's devotees like Bhimsena. So Krishna released 16,100 girls. And Krishna married all of them in one day. It's amazing. Krishna did wedding 16,100 weddings in one day. Not that he did it for many years or many months. One day, Krishna did a wedding for the whole 16,100 feet. That means Krishna expanded himself 16,108. Not only that, Balaram also. All the Dwarka buses, Krishna expanded them like that because all of them have to attend the wedding. So they participated in 16,100 wedding, and none of them know that they are participating in a wedding of another person. They didn't know that. Everybody were thinking and participating in a wedding of Rukmini, Satyabhama, Satya, Lakshmana. They were thinking that, yeah, I'm participating in this wedding. They didn't know that they are having 16,100 weddings at the same time. That is Krishna's supreme mystic power in exhibition. Supreme. So the ladies of Dwarka, they are glorifying them. They are glorifying them. The children of these ladies are Pradyumna, yes. Pradyumna is two persons in one. Pradyumna is two persons in one. Is Kamdev and in Pradyumna they span among the Chaturvyoha. So he's two in one. So he's there, Samba, Amba, etc. So Krishna performed these wonderful activities in Dhira. So the lady said, all of these ladies are glorious because, like Rukmini Devi said, I don't consider anyone to be intelligent who would desire to have someone else as her husband. I consider a woman to be intelligent when she desires only Krishna as her husband. To desire of another person as your husband, Rukmini Devi said that is misfortune. That's useless. One should desire only Krishna as the husband. So that's a fortune. That's a great, great fortune. And Rukmini Devi said, I'm performing austerity to have Lord Krishna as my husband. Even if my austerity is not sufficient for this lifetime, I will wait and continue my austerity in my next life until I will get Krishna. This is a determination devotees should have to be successful in Krishna consciousness. It is a determination devotees should have in Krishna consciousness. Yes. And Rukmini, the principal queen of Lord Krishna, was the daughter of the king of Vidarbha, who wished that his qualified and beautiful daughter be given away to Lord Krishna. But her eldest brother wanted her to be given away to King Susupa, who happened to be a cousin of Krishna. Yes. So there was open competition, and as usual, Lord Krishna emerged successful. So these girls played piteously, they prayed piteously. They were 16,100 beautiful girls who were daughters of many kings. They were daughters of many kings, not only kings, sages and demigods. Yes. Bhamasura kidnapped all of them, not only kings, but even the daughters of the sages. So how dangerous demonic nature, demonic people are. Even the demigod daughters, Bhaumasura kidnapped them. So Krishna came, killed this demon. There were 16,100 beautiful girls who were daughters of many kings and were forcibly stolen by Bhaumasura, who kept them captive for his carnal desire. These girls prayed piteously to Lord Krishna for their deliverance, and the merciful Lord called by their fervent prayer, released them all by fighting and killing Bhaumasura. All these captive princesses were then accepted by the Lord as his wife, although in the estimation of society, they were all fallen girls. That is material. The soul is never, according to Vaibhava, conditioned or contaminated. Nirguna twat, anadi twat. In a material world, they say in the estimation of society, they were all fallen girls. The all-powerful Lord Krishna accepted the humble prayers of these girls and married them with the adoration of queens. Adoration of queens. Krishna did not think all these are inferior, contaminated ladies, so they're not fit to be married. No. Krishna married them according to the standard. They are all qualified because Krishna has taught them, and they have played Lord Krishna in their heart. Even if they are contaminated, whatever the position may be, once a person is constantly thinking, worshiping, praying, and serving Lord Krishna, a person is on a transcendental level. So Prabhupada said, the all-powerful Lord Krishna accepted the humble prayers of these girls and married them with the adoration of queens. So altogether, Lord Krishna had 16,108 queens of Dwarka. And in each of them, he begot 10 children. All these children grew up, and each had as many children as the father. The aggregate of the family numbered in the millions. Yes. The ladies are going to end their prayers in 30. 29 and 30 is the end of the ladies' prayer. So the 30th one, they said, all these women auspiciously glorified their lives, despite their being without individuality and without purity. Their husband, the lotus-eyed personality of Godhead, never left them alone at home. He always pleased their hearts by making valuable presentations. They always make valuable presentations. The devotees of the Lord are purified souls. As soon as the devotees surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord sincerely, the Lord accepts them. And all the devotees are at once become free from all material contaminations. Such devotees are both the three-mode material. There is no bodily disqualifications of a devotee, just as there is no qualitative difference between the Ganges water and the filthy drain water when they are amalgamated. A very powerful point you should remember. You should not remember this. It's now you are recording. Now,
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I think he sent a message about 9 o'clock, and I didn't notice that. So I just gave the permission.
There is no difference between Ganges water and the filthy drain water. Filthy drain water. Contaminated drain water. Contaminated drain water. The moment that water into Ganga, it is no more filthy drain water. It is Ganga. It is Ganga. So the moment a soul takes shelter of Lord Krishna and start to think of Krishna, worshiping Krishna, pray to Krishna, and associating with Krishna, that person is on the transcendental level. To think ill of that person is very, very, very risky, very, very dangerous, very, very dangerous. In fact, there's nothing as dangerous as that. Not even the thunder of Indra is as dangerous as offending a Vaishnava. Yes. Women, merchants, and laborers are not very intelligent. And thus it is very difficult for them to understand the science of God or to be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. They are more materialistic, and less than them are the Kiratas, Punas, Andras, Pulindas, Pulkasas, Abiras, Kankas, Yavanas, Kasas, etc. But all of them can be delivered if they are properly engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. By engagement in the service of the Lord, the designative disqualifications are removed. And as pure souls, they become eligible to enter into the kingdom of God. The fallen girls under the clutches of Brahmasura sincerely prayed to Lord Krishna for their deliverance. And their sincerity of purpose made them at once pure by virtue of devotion. The Lord therefore accepted them as his wives, and thus their life became glorified. Glorified. Ahobata Swapatato Gadiyan. Jajiva Grivarta Tenama to Biam Tepu Stay, Jupu, Sasnu, Aria. Kunti Devi, Devahuti is glorifying the devotees and the holy name of Krishna. The devotees of Krishna, the holy names of Krishna is being glorified by devotee. Yes, that is the nature of devotional service. The nature of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. The Lord used to live with his 16,108 wives constantly. So none of them was seeing the husband leaving her. Krishna was constantly with all of the queens. So he built his 16,108 palaces and he expanded 16,108. Krishna. So he's always with his wives. The other day we were speaking about the moon god. The moon god married many daughters of Daksha. What did he do? Was he present with all the wives? No. He was not there. In fact, he forgot it. He forgot it. And he was only attached to one. That is the extent we can do. That is how powerful we are. We're so limited. At the same time, we're thinking we are very important. That is how important we're too limited. And at all times, we're so limited, too significant. But here, Lord Krishna, not just expanding himself, What is 16,000? What is 16,000? 16,000 is nothing. Krishna expanded it into 16,108. Krishna to attain to his 16,180 queens. That is nothing. Krishna is unlimited, so he can expand unlimited when he wants. Krishna expand unlimited, and he do whatever he want to do at his will. So we should understand this. And when Krishna leaves the palace, the moment Krishna comes out to the palace, he is one. And he will go to his office as one, Krishna. When he finishes from his office, he comes back to his house. As soon as he go to the doorstep, he becomes 16,108, and he entered into all the palaces that way. So all the queens were having their husband with them constantly. That is Krishna. So he expanded himself into 16,100 plenary portions, and each and every one of them was the Lord himself, without deviation from the original personality. The Shruti mantra affirms that the Lord can expand himself into many, as thousands, as husbands of so many wives. He pleased them all with presentations, even at a costly endeavor. What is that costly endeavor? He brought the Parijata plant from heaven and implanted it at the palace of Satyabhama, one of the principal queens. If, therefore, anyone desires the Lord to become one's husband, the Lord fulfills such desires in full. That desire is fulfilled in full, complete. Not some, in full. Krishna has completely satisfied the needs. Lord Krishna heard the lady's words and accepted them with a smile. After glancing at them, he departed from the city. Maharaj Yudhishthira, his brothers, and 4 divisions of soldiers escorted Lord Krishna for a considerable distance. This is the custom. This is the custom that when you have a visitor, one should take the visitor outside the town. When one escorted the visitor outside the town, after that, then you take 9 steps before you can return back to your house. And that is the principle. And Yudhishthira Maharaj followed it. He followed the principles here. Lord Krishna heard the lady's words and accepted them with a smile. He enjoyed it. After glancing at them, he departed from the city. Maharaj Yudhishthira, his brothers, and 4 divisions of soldiers escorted Lord Krishna for a considerable distance. They followed the principle. Why will they? This is my question. Listen to my question, my dear devotees. Listen to my questions. Please listen. Why will Yudhishthira Maharaj give 4 divisions of soldiers to protect Krishna? Krishna is the supreme protector of everyone. And is it that Yudhishthira Maharaj doesn't have this knowledge? And he's giving 4 divisions of armies to follow, to escort Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna needs protection, and Yudhishthira Maharaj have the power to give protection to Krishna. that he given 4 divisions of army to protect it. Is it that Yudhishthira Maharaj really did this, and he did it? Is it because of his ignorance? He doesn't know Krishna is supreme. What is the use of this? You get my question? You understand my question?
Yes, Maharaj.
All right. Please tell me what is Maharaj Yudhishthira doing? He doesn't understand Lord Krishna's position as the supreme protector. He doesn't know. So he's giving armies to protect Krishna. Does Krishna need protection? Why is he doing this?
It is the duty of the king to protect his subjects.
Okay.
And Lord Krishna, he knows he's the supreme personality of God, but as a king, he's performing his own duty, irrespective of the understanding of the personality of God.
Very good. The king has the responsibility to give protection to everyone. Everyone. Don't we do that in our temples to protect our deities? So Maharaj Yudhishthira is doing his duty perfectly, protecting all the citizens, including Krishna. Krishna is part of the city. So we give protection. Thank you very much. Is that all, or some other things? Is that all? Or there's some other thing someone want to add? I agree 100%. This someone is doing his duty. That is our duty. All leaders will give protection to everyone, to protect the deities. Yes, Madhu Uncle. You are muted. We cannot hear you. You are still muted, Prabhu. I didn't hear anything. He's not hearing me also. Sarika Prabhu, can you help me?
Yes, Maharaj. Madhuma Prabhu, you can omit now. Sorry,
Okay.
my system gets tanked.
Yeah.
So I had to quickly log on another system.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Of course, there are some other asuras who are still envious of Krishna after the battle of Kurukshetra. They might want to take advantage. Even though Maharaj Yudhishthira knows that Krishna can defend himself, but just like he said, because of protocol, but of course we have asuras who want to do something.
All right, very good. Very good. Krishna is traveling a long journey, so many enemies are on the way. So they need to, Yudhishthira Maharaj is taking care of that. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Someone else want to add something? Yes. Yes, Prabhu, go on. Come on, Krishna, Prabhu.
You can omit.
You can speak, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Yes. Yes, all the answers given is very perfect. I also, in addition, I also think he didn't just give him one division, he gave him 4 divisions, because Krishna is also a king. He's not, even above, as he's performing his duty, Yudhishthira is performing his duty. Krishna is also a king in Dwaraka, and he deserves such. A king must be given, one king must also honor another king in a very befitting manner. Therefore, he gave Krishna 4 divisions of military distance to protect him. So, not just one, but he gave him a suitable, very opulent distance for all of that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, a nice contribution. Yes, Phoenix.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. I think Krishna established the Manasha system, and this was taught to Yudhishthira Maharaj by grandfather Bhishma Dev. So to follow the norms of the Manasha system, which Bhishma Dev Yudhishthira has become very much aware of, as a very dear friend. Though Krishna is the Supreme Lord, you can't just leave a very dear friend just like that. So despite Krishna being the Supreme Lord, he has to accomplish the social norms to enhance the love and friendship he has for Krishna. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. A nice contribution. Yeah. All the contributions are in place. Yudhishthira Maharaj is 100% aware that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. And Bhishma Dev already told him, see the person you are. See the person you are considered to be your counselor, your messenger. You can send Krishna message here and there. This person here is the Supreme Personality of God, the first Narayan. He is here bewildering all of us as he moves among us as if he's one of us. But actually, he's a Supreme Personality of God. He was speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj directly, so he knew. He didn't forget all the instructions given to him by Bhishma Dev. And especially, he wouldn't forget this one. So he knew that. Out of custom, he did that as a king. That is his duty to do. And also, because Yudhishthira Maharaj, his heart is saturated with love for Krishna. Out of love, he's doing this. He's doing it out of love for Krishna. When you love somebody, even if you're not hungry, you just take something just out of love. Even if they're not hungry, the lovely dealing will force you to take something small and eat, even though you're not hungry. You're not eating because you're hungry. You're eating out of joy, out of lovely dealings with your friend. So Yudhishthira Maharaj did it out of love for Krishna. Although he is aware that Krishna is the Supreme Person of God. So the queens have finished the prayer. Now Lord Krishna smiled with all of them. While the ladies of the capital were greeting him and talking in this way, the Lord, smiling, accepted their good greetings And casting the grace of his glance over them, he departed from the city. Maharaj Yudhishthira, although no one's enemy, engaged in 4 divisions of defense horse, elephant, chariot, and army to accompany Lord Krishna, the enemy of the Asura demons. The Maharaj did this because of the enemy and also out of affection for the Lord. See? Yes, Salikpa. Out of affection for the Lord, out of love, he did this. Salikpa, yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Before we go to the next part where Krishna is responding, earlier on when you were describing the glories of Vrindavan, you did mention about Krishna sending Rudava to Vrindavan. But there is a statement you made which I think I need your more clarification on. You said Rudava became so absorbed in the talks of the gopis that he forgot Krishna. So I was wondering that the activities they talk about Krishna is to remind us about Krishna, not to make us forget him. So how did Uddhava forgot Krishna?
Yes, Uddhava was absorbed in Gopi Bhav. He was enjoying the prema of the gopis. And he didn't remember that somebody sent him a message and he was looking for him there. He forgot, he didn't remember Krishna. He was completely absorbed in the discussion, in the thoughts of Krishna being glorified, the talk of Krishna spoken by the gopis. That is the intensity of gopis' love for Krishna. But that was absorbed. He was hearing. He cannot speak and he cannot do anything. He was simply hearing. And in this way, he forgot he has spent many months today. That is not to say that he is not Krishna conscious. That is not Krishna conscious. It is that Vrindavan is very exalted, esoteric place. It's fully saturated with Krishna prema. That if you get there, you got lost. Even there is a t-shirt in Vrindavan. I lost my heart in Vrindavan. There's a t-shirt like that, very famous t-shirt. Whoever goes to Vrindavan would like to buy the t-shirt and wear. I lost my heart in Vrindavan. So Uddhava lost his heart in Vrindavan and he didn't remember his friend waiting for him in Dwarka. That's what happened to Uddhava. So don't go there. Don't go there. So don't go and lose your heart there. You should go there. That is the nature of prema. Prema is poison and nectar also. It is poisonous and it is nectarian. You understand that? You understand that?
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
If you mix poison with the prema, that is Krishna consciousness. So it is too hot that it will burn your mouth and you cannot stop drinking it.
Thank you.
Who never forgot Krishna? Not that you are talking about what of Krishna himself? Krishna forgot his duty of killing Kamsa. In Vrindavan, he forgot that he has to kill Kamsa until Akrura has to come and force him. You are just sitting here. See, your father and mother, they are suffering. Every day, Kamsa is terrorizing them. He would raise his sword and show to them, see, I will kill you now. In this way, they are always anxiety. And you forgot this? Come, let's go. Let's go and take care of Kamsa. And this way you give pleasure. You release your father and mother from anxiety. Every day they're being tormented by cancer. And you just stay here. Sutra is Sanatana Goswami said Akrura forced Krishna to go to Mathura to kill Kamsa because he forgot. So if Krishna, if Krishna forgot, what about Krishna's devotees? Who else will not forget? Anyone who go to that level will do the same thing. You will fall in the same trap.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. So we are looking at Yudhishthira is mentioned in this chapter 2 times as Ajata Satru. In the beginning, he was mentioned, he was given this name, Ajata Satru. And here again, towards the end, it is also mentioned, Ajata Satru, Pritanam. Maharaj Yudhishthira has no enemy. Yes. He gave division, 4 divisions of army to protect of Krishna because of the enemy and also out of affection for the Lord. For this reason, he did that. That is 32. Now we go for 33. Out of profound affection. Out of profound affection for Lord Krishna. The Pandavas who were of the Kuru dynasty, accompanied him a considerable distance to see him off. They were overwhelmed with the thought of future separation. The Lord, however, persuaded them to return home, and he proceeded towards Dwarka with his dear companions. O Shunaka, the Lord then proceeded towards Jangala, Panchala, Surasena, the land on the bank of the river Jamuna, Brahmavarta, Kurukshetra, Matsya, Saraswata, the province of the desert, and the land of scanty water. After crossing these provinces, he gradually reached the So, Dhira, and Abira provinces. Then, west of this, reached Dwarka at last. Yes, the Supreme Lord has reached his city, Dwarkadam, Dwarkapuri. Now we should hear what happened when Krishna got to Dwarka. We should hear what happened when Krishna got to Dwarkapuri. And Prabhupada gave a history. He gave a history of how all these places mentioned here. All these places mentioned. Also, in addition, the Lord plays the part of a subordinate in his transcendental sporting. And though sometimes he put himself in the care of Yashoda Mata for his protection in his so-called helplessness of childhood. That is a transcendental lila for person of the Lord. The basic principle for all transcendental exchanges between the Lord and his devotees is exhibited to enjoy a transcendental bliss for which there is no comparison. The Pandava did not cease to accompany Krishna as he journeyed from Hastinapura. For whenever they considered separation from him, he became overwhelmed by emotion. After some time, however, Krishna persuaded them to return, and he and his other dear associates continued their journey alone, crossing different lands. Jiva Goswami mentions in his commentary on 34 that Krishna passed through the land known as Surasena, so he could visit Vrindavan, rivers and deserts, heading ever westward. The Lord and his entourage at last reached the Dwarka. O Sonaka, the Lord then proceeded towards Kurujangala, Panchala, Surasena. On his journey through these provinces, he was welcomed, worshipped, and given various presentations. In the evening, in all places, the Lord suspended his journey to perform evening rites. This was regularly observed after sunset. Since the Lord is absolute, everything done by him is good for everyone. But when he descended on earth, he acted for the protection of the devotees and for the annihilation of the impious non-devotees. Although he has no obligatory duty, still he does everything so that others may follow. That is the way of factual teaching. One must act properly himself and teach the same to others. Otherwise, no one will accept one's blind teaching. He is himself the awarder of fruitful results. He is self-sufficient, and yet he acts according to the rulings of the revealed scripture in order to teach us the process. If he does not do so, a common man may go wrong. But in the advanced stage, when one can understand the transcendental nature of the Lord, one does not try to imitate him. This is not possible. You cannot imitate. So Krishna explained the same thing about Gita. I have no responsibility, I have no duty to perform. Just like King Janak. We don't have any responsibility. But because we are leading, it is our responsibility to teach people by doing the things ourselves. So Krishna is so kind that he does this. The Lord in human society does what is the duty of everyone. But sometimes he does something extraordinary and not to be imitated by the living being. His act of evening prayer, as stated herein, must be followed by the living being. But it is not possible to follow his mountain lifting or dancing with the gopis. That we cannot imitate because we don't have the qualification. One cannot imitate the sun, which can exhaust water, even from a filthy place. The most powerful can do something which is all good, but our imitation of such acts will put us into endless difficulty. Therefore, in all actions, the experienced guide, a spiritual master, who is a manifested message of the Lord, should always be consulted, and the path of progress will be sure. Okay, we'll take a break. We can take a break, and we'll see you back after 10 minutes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
All right.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Welcome, Maharaj.
Thank you. Shall we continue to chapter 11? Lord Krishna's entrance into Dwarka. The devotees from Hastinapura are lamenting seriously. They are feeling the pains of separation. The tears is constantly flowing. Because of the separation, they are feeling after Krishna's departure. Now, the Dwarkavasi, they have been also in pains of being separated from Krishna, but Krishna is now relieving them of that anxiety, that the pains of separation. And this is the situation now with the Dwarkavasi. Sutta Uvacha. Anaratansa Upavrajya Sridan Jana Padan Swakan Dadamo Daravaram Tesham Visadam Samaya Niva. Shuddha Goswami said, upon hearing the border, upon reaching the border of his most prosperous metropolis, known as the country of the Anaratas, Dwarka, the Lord sounded his auspicious concert, heralding his arrival and apparently pacifying the dejection of the inhabitants. That was the reason Krishna sounded the concert. They had been feeling bad for a long time since Lord Krishna's absence. To relieve them of that dejection, Krishna sounded the conch shell. And now we'll see the reaction from the Dwarkavasis. I see the reaction from the Dwarkavasis. What happened after the notice that the Supreme, the Such of Godhead, the soul of all souls, the life, the air of their life has returned. As long as Krishna had been away in Kurukshetra and Hastinapur, everyone in Dwarka had been absorbed in remembering him. When the resident heard his conch shell, however, he quickly ran towards him, longing to again be in his presence. Longing to be in his presence. The beloved God was away from his own prosperous metropolis of Dwarka for a considerably long period because of the battle of Kurukshetra. And thus all the inhabitants were overcome with the melancholia due to the separation. When the Lord descends on the earth, his eternal associate also comes with him, just as the entourage of the king accompanies him. Such associates of the Lord are eternally liberated souls, and they cannot bear the separation of the Lord even for a moment because of intense affection for the Lord. Thus, the inhabitants of the city of Dwarka were in a mood of dejection and expected the arrival of the Lord at any moment. So now they have this, they have that chance. So the heralding sound of the auspicious conch shell was very encouraging. And apparently the sound pacified their dejection. They were still more aspirant to see the Lord amongst themselves. And all of them became alert to receive him in a befitting manner. These are the signs of spontaneous love of God. You'll observe this when you go to a holy place. You will have this experience when you go to a holy place. And that also can help us to understand our own mood. The difference between the advanced devotees of Krishna and less advanced devotees of Krishna. Less advanced devotees of Krishna. What is the difference? The advanced devotee, when they hear the concert, they will run from the ashram. They're running from the gate of ashram. They're running as something happening. What is happening? They are running to go and see the Lord out of ecstasy, out of love. They are running. They will abandon everything. Just like when Krishna played his flute. Krishna played the flute. As soon as Krishna played the flute, all the ghosts abandoned everything. Nothing could stop them from going to Krishna. Nothing. No obstacle. There was nothing, and there is nothing, and there will be never anything that will stop the gopis from going to Krishna. That's the difference. Those of us who are not on that level will not even hear the concept. There's no eagerness to go and see the Lord. There's no interest to go and see the Lord. That is the difference. The devotee want to be there to see the Lord. They are running. So Krishna blew the concert. Everybody came out. Everybody came out. Because they were expecting that they've been waiting for this opportunity, and now the time has arrived. So what else is there to do? There's nothing left to do but to go to Krishna. They all went to Krishna. The white and fat, bold concept, being gripped by the hand of Lord Krishna and sounded by him, appeared to be reddened by the touch of his transcendental lips. It seems that the white swan was playing in the stems of red lotus flowers. This is a very, very appropriate description. Very appropriate description. It's perfect description. It seems that the white swan representing the conch shell, were playing in the stems of red lotus flowers, representing Krishna lotus leaves. Yes. So as the Papa explained, the redness of the white conch shell due to the leaf touch of the Lord is a symbol of spiritual significance. The Lord is all spirit, and matter is ignorance of his spiritual existence. Factually, there is nothing like matter in spiritual enlightenment. And this spiritual enlightenment takes place at once by the contact of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The Lord is present everywhere. Is present in every particle of all existence. And he can manifest his presence in anyone by ardent love and devotional service to the Lord. Or in other words, by spiritual contact with the Lord, everything becomes spiritually ready, like the conch shell in the grip of the Lord. Lord Krishna's lotus hand is red, and his leaf is red. The conch shell is white. So when Krishna held the conch shell and placed it on a lotus leaf, the reflection of Krishna's palm and leaves reflected on the conch shell. So the description is given here. It was like a swan entering into the lotus stem, the flower. It seems that the white swan, which is conch shell, is playing in the stem of red lotus flowers, which Lord Krishna's leaves. This is the meditation. This is meditation. The devotees, this meditation, not just a conch shell that we blow. Everything should help to get us very, very close to Krishna. Everything should bring us very close to Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada is explaining the purport. Yeah, the conch shell is material, but in contact with the Krishna, it is transcendental. And the sound that comes out from the conch shell is also transcendental. If you remember Bhagavad Gita, the sound of Krishna's conch shell and the Pandava's conch shell, we can remember the havoc it created for sons, the Dhritarashtra and his sons. At the same time, the conch shell blowing of Krishna, it causes a demon's wife to have miscarriage. That is how powerful the conch shell. Why? Because it's coming from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. He is full of auspicious. Therefore, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual and auspicious. The citizens of Dwarka, having heard that sound, which threatens fears personified in the material world, began to run towards him fast, just to have a long desired audience with the Lord, who is the protector of all devotees. Everybody was running, helter-skelter. Our Lord has come. Our Lord has come. Our Lord has come. They were running. I remember also in Mayapur, one day in Mayapur, the greeting of the deities. At the greeting of the deities, the conch shell blown, the altar was open, and the greeting was, and then now Srila Prabhupada is on the palanquin. As soon as they started, immediately I saw His Holiness, such number started running, was running, and he dragged me, let's go. So we ran to go and follow the procession of Srila Prabhupada's palanquin. and palanquin, Prabhupada and palanquin, ran to go. So I cannot forget it. So we saw the Dwarka buses, after hearing the sound, they're running to go and meet Krishna. He said here, having heard that sound, which threatens the fear personified, the council of Krishna threatened fear personified. In the material world, began to run towards him fast, very, very fast. Everybody running. Our Lord has come. The person we have been waiting for has come. So devotees should wait for Krishna's mercy. Devotees should wait for Krishna's mercy. We should be eager for Krishna's mercy. Our appetite for Krishna's mercy should be increasing. That will take place if we have good association with devotees who can stimulate that appetite. Yes. Lord Krishna describes the what? Bharatri Darasana Lala Shaha. Bharatri for Krishna is what? We're talking about darshan. Today we're talking about darshan. We describe the meaning of darshan. Darasi or darshan. Darasi, we say darshan, giving audience, giving blessings, it's a mercy. True darshan, God who is giving us mercy, the blessing, auspicious. What do you say? Auspicious audience. Yes, auspicious audience. Krishna is giving auspicious audience. True darshan. So Krishna is giving us. And those who knows the value, they are running to catch it, to catch up with it. In our temple, when the conch shell is blown, what do? We run to go and see the Lord. We have so many other things to do. That shows the difference between us and the pure devotees. They will abandon everything, as we're saying of the gopis. The gopis abandoned everything. Their husband were trying to hold them. They could not. They didn't this time. They ran away. Their superior, the elder were trying to, where are you going? They didn't answer. Nothing could stop them. They dropped the children, they dropped everything they were doing, they would drop the cooking, they dropped everything just to go and meet Krishna, because it's a life. This is life. As already explained, the citizens of Dwarka who lived at the time of Lord Krishna's presence there were all liberated souls who descended there along with the Lord as an entourage. All were very anxious to have an audience with the Lord, although because of spiritual contact, they were never separated from the Lord. They were never separated from the Lord. If they are never separated from the Lord, why are they running to go and see the Lord? All were very anxious to have an audience with the Lord, something they are already having. Although because of spiritual contact, they were never separated. They're already having Krishna with them. Why are they running to go and see Krishna again when the Krishna is there? That is my question. This is the Papa said it here in the purport. Why are they running to go and see Krishna when they already have their Krishna? Why the citizens of Dwarka running, dropping everything? The gopis drop everything. They drop even their dress. They were half dressed. Some of them were in the bathroom. The soap was still on their face. They ran. Saki Brenda. Because they always feel the separation in their heart. The Krishna is there in their heart. But Krishna is there already in their heart. Krishna never leaves their heart. Krishna never leaves their heart. That's the difference. Pure devotees are not pure devotees. Pure devotees because Krishna is always in their heart. So, Prabhupada said here, they never feel separated from the Lord. Never feel separated. They never feel separated from. There's no Krishna himself, he told the gopis, there is nothing like separation between us. There's nothing like that. Separation does not exist. Why are they running to go and see? Look at the speed they are running. They are running as if death is coming behind. Something is coming to them. But they're not running because of fear of death. They are running to go and meet their Lord, whom they never feel separated from. Thank you for your contribution, Saki. Yes. Rasavantu. Cannot hear you. Yes, you should check. Yeah. Now you can speak.
Okay. Maharaj, could we say this brings Vani and Vapu together? This is a commensurate of Vani and Vapu.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Any more contribution?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
It is said that the nectar of devotion is Ananda Buddhi, is ever increasing, must never get satisfied.
Mm.
When it comes to the pure platform of pure loving service to the Supreme Lord, he is constantly desiring to increase that love of Krishna. So the gopis, the Vrajavasis, even though they had Krishna, they were not satisfied with having to. They want more of him. So out of that eagerness to have Krishna, they ran.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. This is something wonderful. It's wonderful. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your contribution. Good. And Saki Brinda. Yes. There is no like separation. Krishna himself said. There is nothing like separation between them. Krishna was telling the gopis when Krishna disappeared, and the gopis were searching for Krishna. When they finally got to Krishna, they put questions to Krishna, and finally, Lord Krishna concluded, there is nothing like separation between us. That never exists. But there is separation. There is separation. What is that separation? That separation is a feeling when you are with your lover. When you are with your lover, there's no separation, right? When you are with your lover, there's no separation. You are together. But there is something which does exist. That thing is called viraha. Viraha means that in the presence of your lover or your beloved one, you are still feeling the pain. Tomorrow he or she is going to travel. That brings intense pain. It's a feeling, intense pain. And that's what maintains prema. Prema will die untimely. Prema will commit suicide without viraha. So viraha is that which maintains prema. Therefore, this separation is fair. Even Krishna and Srimati Radharani, when are sleeping in the grooves prepared by Vrinda Devi, and the Sarikas, they come to wake Krishna, the Sarikas and the parrot, male and female parrot, Suka and Sarika. Suka and Sarika. Suka is male, Sarika is female. Not Sarika, it's Sarika. So the Sukas and the Sarikas are waking Krishna and Srimati Rani. You get up from bed because if your superior get you here, you'll be in trouble. Don't cause them unnecessary anxiety. Don't cause them unnecessary anxiety. Just get up. After all, what your enjoyment not going to stop. It's just a temporary separation. And Krishna and Radharani getting up from their kunja and seeing each other's eye to eye, they became one. And because they were also thinking that, oh, we're going to get separated, the pain was so heavy that they couldn't rise from the bed. The pain of separation is very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. Heavier than Mount Meru. So yes, separation is there. Even though Krishna and the gopis are together. Krishna and pure devotees always there in the heart. But still, the pain of separation is felt. That is our language. We call it pain of separation, but that is our language. What actually is the issue is the prema, the bliss which is being experienced. That is bliss. That bliss is caused by the word separation. Therefore, it is separation that maintains prema to keep it going. Yes. So Prabhupada said, Krishna in Dwarka, Krishna in Kurukshetra, Krishna in Vrindavan is the same. The same. That is okay. That is true. That is correct. It's perfect. It is true. It is correct. It is perfect. Do you understand? Prabhupada said here that Krishna of Kurukshetra and the Krishna of Dwaraka are one and the same personality. That is perfect. It's 100% correct. Do you understand? Then, if it is correct, why Srimati Radharani want to take Krishna to Vrindavan? If it is the same, if they are the same, why Srimati Radharani want Krishna from Kurukshetra to go back to Vrindavan? If it is the same, that's my question. You should try and answer my question. Answer my question, Prabhu. This is what Prabhupada said here. And the question is coming from it. The Krishna of Kurukshetra and the Krishna of Dwaraka are one and the same personality. 100% correct. So my question was, why Srimati Radhani want to take Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan? That was my question. All of you, please try and answer me. Which is the beginning of Ratha Yatra? That's the beginning of Ratha Yatra festival. The Ratha Yatra festival started from Kurukshetra. Yes, Rasavan Prabhu. Please help me. Help me. You are still muted, Prabhu. No? No? All right.
Maharaj, I think Krishna is the same, but the activities of Kurukshetra and these activities of Vrindavan are different.
The Prophet said that the dealings of Krishna with the Pandavas in Dwaraka, even driving the chariot, it was precious. One will get purified. That is why we are hearing Bhagavad Gita. If we are not hearing, if it is not potent to purify us, I will not hear Bhagavad Gita. We are hearing Gita because the activities is purifying, which means it is spiritual. It is spiritual because it's coming from Krishna.
Yes.
Is it not? Is it not the reason why we are hearing?
That is it.
So yes, tell me, Balabhadra Prabhu said, the gopis want to enjoy Krishna as cowherd boy with his flute, not as a king. Krishna is Krishna. Whether you're a king, whether you have a flute, what's the difference? Krishna is Krishna. That's what we are looking at. The queens of Dwaraka, did they want to take Krishna to Vrindavan? The queens of Dwaraka. Do they want to take Krishna from Dwaraka to Vrindavan? No. They would never think of that. That would never come to their mind. They would never think of that. They are satisfied with Krishna in Dwaraka. Yes. Notice what we said, they are running because just they want to have that sort of Krishna. Okay, thank you. I need answer to my question. Yes, Madhuvan Prabhu. This is Krishna consciousness. We have to stimulate our mind in Krishna consciousness. Yes. We have to stimulate our Krishna conscious mind. Madhuvan Prabhu, please tell us.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes,
in Vrindavan, we have the gopis, and then the river Yamuna is also there, which Krishna and the Radha, they perform their pastime activities. They enjoy. So for these two reasons.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. The gopis want their Saki speaking. The gopis want their Krishna in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, it is Dhira Rasa. All right, thank you very much. Thank all of you. I like your contribution. You see, what we're trying to do is when we hear Acharya speaking, we should try. So we should try to understand what our acharyas are speaking. So the Prabhupada, I said what Prabhupada said is 100% correct. Then I raised the question. It is not a doubt. My question is not a doubt. The question I raised is to help us understand what the Prabhupada is doing. So the Prabhupada is speaking to Mayavadis, the impersonalists, who does not want to hear Bhagavatam systematically. They want to jump without qualification to the 10th canto, thinking that the Kurukshetra, this is nonsense. The real blaze enjoyment is the 10th canto without qualification. So Prabhupada is speaking to them. You understand? So Prabhupada is speaking to them. You fools, you should get purified. You should get purified before you jump there. And how Krishna would, how will you get purified if it's not spiritual? So it is complete, it is Krishna. That is why we get purified by hearing about his activities. Either is killing cancer, is a fight, you driving chariot of Arjuna and the etc. world, or is dancing. They are spiritual, but we need these things are of different levels for different classes of devotees. So we should not mix them up. Our children, they see something which we don't physically see, and they address it. This is the point we are making. We want us to fully understand this. Yes, it is the same Krishna. Just like if your husband is a lawyer, a magistrate, the magistrate in the courtroom, is your husband in the courtroom, is different from your lovable husband in the house. And from the children are going to say, lovable father, lovable father. Or friendly, the friends are going to see, he's our friend. But the criminal, they are not going to see the same way. The criminal will not see the same way. So the same person, different function, according to the situation. Yes. The devotees of the Lord know no one else as perfect. Only Krishna did it. So this sound of the Lord is identical with the Lord, as we have tried to explain by the non-dual position of the Lord. The material existence of our present status is full of fear. Out of the four problems of material existence, namely the food problem, the shelter problem, the fear problem, and the mating problem, the fear problem gives us more trouble than the others. We are always fearful due to our ignorance of the next problem. The whole material existence is full of problems. And thus the fear problem is always prominent. This is due to our association with the illusory energy of the Lord, known as Maya, or external energy. Yet, all fear is vanquished as soon as there is a sound of the Lord, represented by his holy name, as it was sounded by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the following 16 words. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We can take advantage of these sounds and be free from all threatening comments of material existence. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for the wonderful class. We want to express our appreciation to all of the wonderful narrations. So I request all of the devotees to please kindly loudly chant full Maha Mantra to appreciate Maharaj for this class.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare.
Hare. Thank you very much. His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Swami Maharaj ki jai.
I'll start my own class tomorrow.
Jai. Yesterday you say you're not attending a class. Why did you attend today?
Hare Krishna. Yes, because I have a class. That's why.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, please, some information for the students. We're going to conduct the exams for the last unit on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, we're going to conduct the exams for Unit 3. So please be prepared. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, Bhakti Sastra students are waiting for us, so let us on the platform for them. Hare Krishna.